The steam rose from the freshly brewed coffee pot as she moved with practiced efficiency through the officers' dining facility at Naval Air Station Norfolk, her movements carrying the disciplined precision that characterized military personnel, even in civilian clothing. Though her current assignment to food service operations seemed inconsistent with the calculated awareness that never left her eyes as she navigated between tables serving senior officers who discussed classified operations, without acknowledging her presence. The morning briefing rush brought flag officers and department heads through the secure dining facility, where conversations about global operations and strategic planning created a constant background of intelligence that most personnel would consider routine military chatter, but which someone with her specialized background would recognize as critical operational information that could reshape understanding of current threat assessments and mission priorities. The cafeteria served as an unofficial intelligence hub where senior leadership gathered during informal moments, their guards lowered by the familiar environment and routine nature of morning coffee service that made surveillance appear impossible, while creating perfect conditions for information gathering by personnel who understood how to blend into institutional background. But as she approached the corner table where General Harrison Roberts sat reviewing classified briefing materials over his third cup of Colombian dark roast, the small fabric patch that had worked loose from the inner seam of her service jacket chose that precise moment to flutter toward the polished floor with the kind of timing that transforms routine operations into career-defining moments that demand immediate tactical assessment and strategic response planning. The patch bore the distinctive gold trident and anchor that identified Naval Special Warfare personnel who had completed the most demanding military training programs in the world. Its presence on a food service worker creating cognitive dissonance that would trigger security protocols and investigative procedures designed to identify personnel operating under false identities within secure military installations. From which naval installation around the world are you following this undercover operation story today? If you appreciate narratives that explore deep cover assignments and the buried identities within special operations databases, consider subscribing for more content that reveals the classified personnel who operate in plain sight within military facilities. Naval Air Station Norfolk occupied 14,000 acres of strategically positioned territory within Virginia's Hampton Roads region. Its intelligence facilities and special operations coordination centers representing the most sophisticated personnel management environment, supporting American naval superiority through compartmentalized operations and deep cover assignment protocols. The installation served as the primary coordination hub for special operations personnel management, combining advanced security screening, compartmentalized identity systems, and specialized assignment protocols that provided unprecedented operational security for naval personnel operating under non-official cover throughout global military facilities. Located within multiple security perimeters, the base had been constructed with classified personnel systems and operational isolation designed to prevent external identification of special operations developments that exceeded current naval capabilities. The base personnel architecture incorporated decades of advancement in identity management and strategic assignment methodology, including underground identity processing centers, personnel protection systems, and automated screening algorithms that could maintain operational security for thousands of deep cover personnel simultaneously without compromising mission effectiveness when operational requirements demanded complete identity separation. Advanced processing systems analyzed behavioral data from personnel throughout the installation, creating multidimensional operational profiles that tracked individual performance while distinguishing between authentic cover behavior and suspicious activity that could indicate compromised operational security or enemy infiltration attempts. Food Service Specialist Third Class Maria Santos descended from the personnel processing station carrying routine assignment documentation and duty roster modifications, her security clearance providing access to areas that few personnel were authorized to enter during standard military careers. Though her current assignment to food service operations seemed inconsistent with the extensive psychological evaluation and specialized screening required for her clearance level and operational background. The screening process for her current cover assignment had required 18 months of federal investigation that examined every aspect of her operational history and psychological profile, though investigators had encountered classified files that remained sealed at classification levels exceeding their authorization to review or discuss with conventional personnel. At 28 years old, she possessed specialized training from Naval Special Warfare Command's Advanced Operations Program, having completed classified coursework in deep cover operations, advanced combat methodology, and experimental human performance enhancement before her assignment to non-official cover following mission requirements that demanded complete identity separation and operational invisibility within routine military environments. Her official service record listed standard food service specialization and conventional assignment history, though these official designations concealed special operations expertise and operational experience that had been classified following mission requirements and congressional decisions that eliminated programs deemed too sensitive for standard military documentation. Her training background included instruction at facilities whose existence was compartmentalized beyond standard special operations oversight, where naval contractors and behavioral scientists developed methodologies that pushed the boundaries of human performance and operational capability enhancement through advanced training protocols. The program she had completed involved theoretical identity management, advanced operational psychology, and experimental human performance integration that prepared personnel for operational scenarios that conventional military training could not address adequately. Her instructors had included Medal of Honor recipients and former Special Operations commanders whose experience encompassed decades of classified research into military applications of advanced human performance and deep cover operational technologies. The decision to accept assignment to non-official cover rather than conventional special operations deployment had been influenced by operational requirements and mission parameters that demanded her specialized knowledge remain available for consultation on operations that required her specific expertise and security clearance levels while maintaining complete operational invisibility. Her presence within routine military environments provided operational security and mission oversight, while her special operations background remained available for activation on systems that required her specialized capabilities and operational experience. General Harrison Roberts supervised the morning intelligence briefing with authority gained through 32 years of naval service and advanced education in special operations strategy. His expertise encompassing complex personnel management and operational coordination that protected American naval superiority from increasingly sophisticated enemy infiltration systems and personnel identification methodologies. His background included command assignments throughout special warfare divisions and liaison duties with intelligence organizations that developed next-generation operational security technologies and advanced personnel protection protocols. His Distinguished Service Medal and multiple operational awards reflected exceptional performance in both tactical command and strategic personnel development assignments that shaped American special operations capabilities. The general's military career had evolved from conventional surface warfare to special operations coordination, including classified assignments with intelligence organizations and special warfare commands that developed advanced operational methodologies and personnel management technologies that exceeded traditional naval boundaries and required interdisciplinary expertise in human performance and operational psychology. His transition from tactical surface command to strategic special operations development had been driven by recognition that modern warfare required operational sophistication and personnel coordination that exceeded traditional military structures and demanded innovative approaches to personnel management and mission security. Around the classified briefing table sat representatives from Naval Special Warfare Command, Naval Intelligence, Defense Intelligence Agency, and various operational contractors, each contributing specialized expertise to personnel development and operational security procedures that maintained American special operations superiority against emerging enemy infiltration capabilities and personnel identification systems. The assembled group represented decades of collective experience in special operations management, personnel analysis, and operational development that maintained American special warfare dominance against advanced enemy personnel systems and operational methodologies. Commander Sarah Chun, the personnel operations coordinator responsible for special operations assignment and deep cover protocol management, possessed 20 years of experience in advanced special operations systems and held security clearances that provided access to the most sensitive intelligence regarding enemy infiltration capabilities and personnel identification methodologies that threatened American operational security. Her operational background included specialized training in personnel systems, identity management algorithms, and operational evaluation procedures that enabled prediction of enemy infiltration patterns and coordination of appropriate personnel responses and security protocols. Commander Chin's expertise bridged the gap between theoretical personnel development and practical operational requirements, translating advanced behavioral research into functional assignment systems that prepared American personnel while maintaining readiness for infiltration threats that might exceed current operational capabilities and security protocols. Her role required constant evaluation of intelligence reports, operational assessments, and enemy capability estimates to ensure adequate personnel preparations for evolving special operations threats and infiltration methodologies. The development team under Chin's coordination represented carefully selected specialists recruited from leading operational contractors and naval research institutions, each bringing unique operational knowledge to the complex challenge of defending against increasingly sophisticated enemy infiltration systems while maintaining operational advantages that preserved American special operations superiority and personnel security. Their work remained largely classified, but their development decisions directly influenced assignment capabilities and response procedures that protected thousands of American special operations personnel. Lieutenant Commander David Park, the operational security officer responsible for personnel detection and identity verification coordination, possessed extensive experience in advanced special operations and personnel management that enabled identification and classification of human operational patterns through sophisticated monitoring networks and behavioral analysis procedures that exceeded standard military capabilities. His understanding of operational technology encompassed both conventional personnel management systems and experimental technologies that pushed the boundaries of current operational understanding and provided capabilities that exceeded standard naval equipment and procedures. The operational commander's background included specialized training in personnel research, identity pattern processing, and advanced detection methodologies that enabled identification of buried operational histories and psychological patterns that enemy forces might employ to defeat conventional screening systems and compromise American personnel security. His responsibility for personnel detection required constant technological advancement and strategic thinking that anticipated enemy identity manipulation while maintaining detection effectiveness for emerging infiltration threats and operational security challenges. General, overnight analysis indicates possible enemy development of advanced infiltration systems with personnel identification capabilities that exceed our current threat assessment models and operational security protocols. Commander Chin reported, her voice carrying analytical precision that characterized professional operational evaluation and strategic assessment. Naval intelligence sources suggest enemy development of personnel identification systems with precision and identity manipulation capabilities that could challenge our existing assignment protocols and operational security measures, though specific technical details remain classified above our briefing level and require specialized analysis. Her assessment reflected constant evolution of infiltration threats that characterized contemporary operational defense, where enemy forces continuously developed new identity manipulation technologies and tactics designed to defeat American assignment systems and create vulnerabilities that could be exploited during actual operational situations and mission deployments. The intelligence indicated operational advancement that required enhanced assignment measures and updated personnel protocols to maintain operational effectiveness and mission security throughout naval installations and special operations facilities. The current threat assessment represented months of intelligence analysis that had identified patterns suggesting coordinated enemy research into advanced personnel identification systems and operational security countermeasures that threatened American deep cover capabilities. Technical intelligence sources had reported development activities and testing programs that indicated preparation for infiltration capabilities that exceeded current American assignment planning assumptions and operational security protocols. Commander, We've upgraded our personnel detection sensitivity and implemented enhanced identity verification algorithms designed to detect advanced infiltration manipulation and countermeasure technologies that enemy forces might deploy against our operational security, Lieutenant Commander Park explained. His report reflecting systematic approach to personnel adaptation that balanced assignment capabilities with operational limitations of current identity management and personnel systems. However, some theoretical enemy capabilities could exceed our current detection and personnel protection capabilities, requiring operational advancement and strategic planning that might take years to implement effectively throughout our special operations infrastructure. His analysis highlighted fundamental challenges facing modern operational defense, where technological advancement created constant pressure to upgrade personnel protection systems, while enemy forces simultaneously developed countermeasures that challenged existing operational advantages and assignment security. The balance between current capabilities and emerging threats required continuous investment and strategic planning that anticipated personnel developments before they materialized into actual operational threats and security compromises. The protective measures implemented by Park's personnel team represented state-of-the-art identity detection technology that incorporated lessons learned from decades of special operations development and operational security experience throughout naval special warfare operations. Advanced pattern processing, computerized identity analysis, and automated verification systems provided capabilities that enhanced detection accuracy while maintaining operational efficiency for legitimate assignment operations and routine personnel management. Though determined enemies continued developing identity manipulation technologies that challenged American personnel capabilities and operational security measures. Lieutenant Commander Park, what specific capabilities do our current systems provide for defending against the advanced infiltration threats described in current intelligence assessments and operational security reports? General Roberts inquired, his question reflecting command responsibility for understanding personnel limitations and ensuring adequate protection for American assignment operations and naval installations throughout the global operational environment. The question addressed core challenges facing operational planners in contemporary warfare, where technological advancement created threats that might exceed current personnel protection capabilities and required strategic decisions about resource allocation and operational development priorities that affected thousands of special operations. Personnel. The assessment of current capabilities versus emerging threats was critical for determining assignment adequacy and planning requirements for future operational security and personnel protection measures. Santos quietly moved through the dining areas conducting routine food service duties. Her movements deliberately casual and systematic to avoid attracting attention, while she processed the psychological impact of hearing operational development discussions that connected her current cover assignment with classified special operations programs that had developed personnel technologies exceeding current naval capabilities and assignment security protocols. Her specialized training enabled recognition of operational discussions and personnel assessments that conventional personnel might interpret incorrectly or fail to understand entirely due to their lack of special operations background and operational experience. Her background in experimental special operations research provided unique perspective on personnel limitations and operational capabilities that informed her understanding of threat assessments and assignment planning. Though her classified operational history remained unknown to conventional personnel, who viewed her as dedicated food service specialist with unusual operational interests and attention to detail that exceeded typical enlisted personnel performance standards. Her specialized knowledge enabled recognition of systemic vulnerabilities that conventional assignment procedures might overlook, providing insights that could enhance overall operational effectiveness and personnel security throughout naval installations. The food service activities that Santos conducted served multiple purposes beyond routine dining facility management, allowing her to evaluate personnel systems and identify potential operational gaps through pattern recognition techniques learned during classified special operations programs and advanced behavioral analysis training. Her specialized knowledge enabled recognition of assignment vulnerabilities that conventional management procedures might overlook, providing intelligence that could enhance overall operational effectiveness and personnel security measures throughout the installation. The dining facility represented months of construction and engineering designed to provide optimal personnel monitoring and operational coordination while protecting personnel from electromagnetic effects and enemy identification targeting attempts that threatened operational security. Advanced shielding, redundant communication systems, and hardened operational equipment created assignment advantages that maintained personnel effectiveness even under attack conditions and infiltration attempts that exceeded current threat assessment parameters. The engineering specifications that guided facility construction incorporated lessons learned from previous conflicts and theoretical advances in operational architecture developed by naval engineers and behavioral scientists throughout special operations development programs. Each system component had been carefully designed to provide monitoring capabilities and operational flexibility that eliminated personnel gaps while maintaining efficiency for routine operations and emergency response procedures that protected American operational security and assignment effectiveness. Specialist Santos continue standard food service procedures but remain alert for any unusual personnel behavior or operational anomalies that might indicate infiltration warfare attempts or assignment malfunctions. Lieutenant Commander Park instructed, his guidance reflecting standard security protocols while acknowledging operational background that Santos brought to personnel evaluation and facility monitoring activities throughout her cover assignment. His instructions contained subtle recognition of Santos's operational expertise and analytical capabilities that exceeded standard food service training. Though the acknowledgement remained coded in language that preserved operational security regarding her classified background and specialized knowledge that other personnel were not authorized to access or discuss. The guidance reflected institutional awareness that her capabilities extended beyond her cover assignment while maintaining necessary operational security protocols. The operational briefing continued for 45 minutes, with various specialists contributing personnel assessments and operational recommendations based on current intelligence and assignment analysis throughout naval special warfare operations. The assembled group represented finest naval minds available for special operations and personnel planning. Though their conventional backgrounds limited understanding of experimental technologies and operational capabilities that existed within classified programs and advanced special warfare development. The complexity of advanced operational defense in modern warfare required synthesis of intelligence from multiple sources, including personnel surveillance, operational intelligence, assignment analysis, and theoretical modeling that enabled prediction of enemy infiltration capabilities before they materialized into actual threats against American personnel and operational security. The analytical precision required for effective operational planning exceeded capabilities of individual specialists and demanded collaborative effort from experts with diverse operational backgrounds and security clearances throughout naval special warfare organizations. Santos positioned herself near the personnel monitoring equipment while maintaining routine food service duties that provided cover for observing operational discussions and assignment considerations that might indicate personnel gaps or operational limitations throughout the facility. Her experimental special operations background enabled recognition of assignment capabilities and operational parameters that conventional personnel might interpret incorrectly or fail to evaluate properly due to their limited exposure to advanced operational methodologies. The monitoring activities that Santos conducted automatically incorporated advanced analytical techniques learned during classified special operations programs that emphasized operational innovation and strategic thinking beyond conventional military planning and personnel management. Her ability to evaluate personnel systems enabled identification of potential improvements and vulnerabilities that purely conventional thinking might miss entirely, providing valuable intelligence for operational security enhancement. The coffee service routine became critical approximately 90 minutes into her duty shift, when General Roberts requested his third cup of Colombian dark roast while reviewing classified personnel reports that contained operational information exceeding her current security clearance level. Though her specialized background enabled recognition of assignment patterns and personnel methodologies that indicated significant operational developments. Her approach to his table represented routine food service activity, while providing opportunity for intelligence gathering that could enhance her understanding of current operational priorities and assignment requirements. Her recognition of the operational discussions reflected special operations participation and personnel development that connected her to programs that officially maintained compartmentalized security. Operations where her assignment had been attributed to mission requirements rather than specialized knowledge that enabled her to complete operational objectives, while her colleagues continued conventional special warfare assignments. The discussion content indicated operational advancement that suggested either assignment evolution or emergency situations that justified revealing compartmentalized special operations programs and advanced personnel capabilities. The patch displacement occurred during routine coffee service. Its release from the concealed position within her jacket seemed creating operational crisis that demanded immediate tactical assessment and strategic response planning to maintain her cover assignment and operational security. Instead of immediately responding to the patch exposure, Santos carefully evaluated the situation for operational implications and security parameters that would determine appropriate response procedures while protecting classified special operations information from potential intelligence gathering by personnel not authorized for her actual assignment level. The evaluation process required balancing immediate operational response with security protocols that protected classified special operations research and personnel development from unauthorized disclosure and potential enemy intelligence gathering. Her specialized background provided knowledge necessary for proper tactical assessment while maintaining operational security that protected ongoing special operations programs and advanced personnel capabilities throughout naval special warfare operations. The operational parameters embedded within the patch design matched classified protocols that Santos recognized from her experimental special operations research, indicating legitimate special warfare identification using advanced personnel systems rather than conventional assignment materials or equipment malfunctions that might create false operational indicators. The proper construction of identification materials suggested operational advancement that exceeded current assignment planning and indicated personnel capabilities that posed serious implications to American installations and special operations security. Petty Officer First Class Kevin Martinez, the personnel monitoring specialist responsible for tracking identity verification systems and coordinating operational responses throughout the facility, noticed unusual behavioral data through automated monitoring systems designed to identify operational anomalies and coordinate appropriate personnel procedures and security protocols. General, we're detecting personnel behavior with identity verification characteristics that don't match any known assignment protocols. The operational technology appears to utilize specialized identification and individual personnel recognition that exceeds current intelligence assessments of infiltration capabilities and enemy personnel systems. His report reflected facility operational capabilities that monitored multiple personnel vectors and identified potential assignment anomalies through automated analysis of behavioral characteristics and identification procedures that protected American installations from sophisticated infiltration attempts. The detection systems represented advanced technology designed to provide early warning of infiltration attacks and coordinate personnel responses that protected American installations from enemy operational strikes and identity manipulation attempts. The personnel intelligence gathered by Martinez's equipment provided critical information about operational capabilities and assignment methodologies that informed personnel planning and response coordination procedures throughout the installation. The technical analysis of detected behavioral patterns enabled assessment of personnel technological advancement while maintaining operational protocols that protected American installations from sophisticated attacks and infiltration attempts that exceeded current threat assessment parameters. Petty Officer Martinez, can your systems identify the specific operational protocols and confirm the personnel parameters that enable individual identification recognition beyond standard assignment capabilities? General Roberts inquired, his question reflecting command responsibility for understanding operational capabilities while coordinating appropriate personnel responses that protected facility security and critical operations throughout the installation. The general's response demonstrated systematic approach to personnel assessment that characterized effective naval leadership, where operational anomalies required immediate evaluation and appropriate assignment action while maintaining intelligence gathering that informed strategic planning for future threats and operational security enhancement. The priority placed on understanding personnel capabilities reflected recognition that operational advancement required adaptive assignment strategies and enhanced security protocols. Santos approached the personnel assessment station with measured steps that maintained her cover as routine food service personnel while providing critical intelligence about the operational characteristics and personnel capabilities that exceeded current threat assessment parameters. Her experimental special operations training enabled accurate evaluation of personnel technology and operational requirements that conventional personnel might misinterpret or fail to understand entirely due to their limited exposure to advanced assignment methodologies and special operations capabilities. Her movement toward the assessment station appeared routine to casual observers, but represented calculated decision-making that balanced security requirements with operational response obligations and mission parameters. The specialized knowledge that informed her evaluation could provide critical insights for appropriate personnel responses and operational assessment procedures throughout the facility and special operations infrastructure. Sir, I recognize the personnel technology and identification systems being utilized in current operational anomalies, Santos reported, her voice maintaining professional naval bearing while conveying information that reflected specialized training and special operations experience that exceeded standard food service backgrounds. The operational protocols are based on experimental personnel technology that was developed through classified special operations programs. But the system deployment suggests operational advancement or intelligence compromise that exceeds current personnel assessments and assignment security protocols. Her assessment provided context for the operational anomaly that enabled appropriate personnel responses and strategic evaluation of assignment capabilities throughout the facility. The distinction between experimental research and operational deployment was critical for determining personnel requirements and understanding operational advancement that threatened American special operations superiority and assignment security throughout naval installations. Commander Chin studied Santos with renewed interest, her operational background enabling recognition that the assessment demonstrated personnel knowledge that exceeded standard food service training and suggested specialized background in classified special operations research and experimental personnel development programs. Specialist Santos, your knowledge of experimental personnel systems is remarkably detailed for food service operations. Can you elaborate on the specific operational characteristics that suggest personnel technological advancement beyond current intelligence estimates and assignment capabilities? Her question reflected institutional curiosity about Santos's operational expertise and sources of specialized knowledge that enabled accurate personnel assessment under crisis conditions and operational anomalies. The precision of her analysis suggested special operations backgrounds that exceeded her official military occupational specialty and indicated possible classified assignments or experimental program participation that remained compartmentalized from conventional personnel records. Ma'am, the identification capability requires integration of advanced personnel technology, real-time pattern processing, and individual recognition databases that combine multiple classification levels and special operations programs, Santos explained. Her response demonstrating operational knowledge that reflected specialized training in experimental personnel development and advanced assignment systems throughout naval special warfare operations. The system deployment of this technology suggests either significant intelligence compromise of classified special operations programs or independent development that parallels American experimental personnel capabilities and operational security measures. Her explanation provided specific operational details that supported her personnel assessment while demonstrating knowledge that exceeded routine military training and suggested specialized education or special operations experience that characterize classified development programs rather than standard naval operations and conventional assignment procedures. The technical sophistication of her analysis indicated familiarity with experimental personnel technology and operational methodologies that exceeded current threat assessment parameters and security protocols. The detailed nature of Santos's personnel assessment impressed assembled officers, who recognized that her analytical capabilities exceeded expectations for her current cover assignment and suggested potential for enhanced responsibilities within operational planning and personnel assessment activities throughout naval special warfare operations. Her demonstrated expertise represented valuable assets that could enhance operational effectiveness and personnel evaluation throughout the installation and special operations infrastructure. Specialist Santos, your analysis suggests significant experience with experimental personnel technology and advanced assignment systems beyond standard food service backgrounds, General Roberts observed, his comment reflecting recognition that Santos's capabilities extended beyond standard food service qualifications and indicated specialized training or special operations background that exceeded her current cover assignment parameters. Have you received additional training in personnel development or experimental special operations programs that would explain your exceptional analytical capabilities? The question addressed institutional curiosity about Santos's background while acknowledging that her demonstrated capabilities suggested qualifications that exceeded her current assignment and indicated potential for expanded responsibilities within special operations and personnel assessment activities throughout naval installations and advanced warfare programs. Sir, I participated in Naval Special Warfare Command experimental special operations programs before my current cover assignment, Santos replied carefully, providing information that explained her capabilities while maintaining operational security regarding classified research and personnel development that other facility personnel were not authorized to access or discuss. My background includes research in advanced assignment systems, personnel operational technology, and experimental human performance integration throughout special warfare operations. Her response provided context for her exceptional performance while maintaining appropriate operational security regarding classified special operations programs and experimental personnel technologies that informed her assignment assessment and operational analysis methodology throughout her cover assignment. The acknowledgement of Naval Special Warfare Command background explained her exceptional capabilities while preserving security regarding specific programs and personnel developments that exceeded current operational parameters. The revelation of Santos's experimental special operations research background provided explanation for her exceptional personnel assessment capabilities while raising questions about her assignment to routine food service duties that failed to utilize her specialized qualifications effectively throughout the installation. Her presence within conventional military environments suggested operational decisions or mission requirements that had resulted in her special operations expertise being utilized for deep cover operations and compartmentalized mission activities. General Roberts made immediate command decision that reflected institutional recognition of specialized capabilities and urgent need to coordinate appropriate personnel responses requiring her specific expertise and operational background. Specialist Santos, you are immediately reassigned from cover operations to special operations analysis as senior personnel analyst. Commander Chun, integrate Santos into your assessment team with appropriate clearances and coordinate operational response to current personnel anomaly and assignment security protocols. The reassignment represented acknowledgement that Santos's specialized capabilities were critical for properly handling the current personnel situation and ensuring appropriate operational responses that protected American technology while maintaining assignment security and special operations effectiveness. Her demonstrated competence in personnel assessment aligned perfectly with operational requirements that demanded sophisticated analytical capabilities and experimental special operations knowledge throughout naval installations. The immediate nature of the reassignment reflected naval efficiency in utilizing available expertise when operational situations demanded specialized knowledge and personnel understanding that exceeded conventional capabilities. General Roberts's decision demonstrated leadership flexibility that enabled rapid adaptation to changing requirements and unexpected capabilities within existing personnel resources and special operations infrastructure. Commander Chun provided Santos with advanced assessment equipment that reflected genuine recognition of her specialized background and personnel analysis capabilities throughout special operations environments. Welcome to Special Operations Analysis, Specialist Santos. Your special warfare expertise represents exactly the knowledge we need for handling advanced personnel threats and experimental operational assessment throughout naval installations and special warfare programs. Her welcome represented beginning of operational relationships based on demonstrated capability rather than rank or institutional assumptions about where specialized expertise might be located within naval organizations. The recognition of Santos's experimental special operations background promised opportunities to contribute meaningfully to critical operational activities that protected personnel and maintained assignment security throughout naval special warfare operations and advanced military installations. The professional respect implicit in Chen's welcome reflected fundamental shift in how Santos would be viewed within the naval organization during special operations activities. Her transition from cover food service duties to specialized personnel analysis demonstrated potential for exceptional talent to emerge from deep cover assignments when operational situations demanded specialized capabilities and advanced analytical expertise throughout naval installations. The personnel response that Santos coordinated resulted in successful integration with operational systems and provided critical intelligence about assignment technological capabilities and personnel advancement that enhanced security for future operational threats throughout naval special warfare installations. Her personnel analysis had enabled proper operational coordination and assignment assessment that prevented potential strategic disaster while maintaining operational security for classified special operations programs and advanced personnel capabilities. Her work included analyzing personnel assignment systems, coordinating operational responses, and providing technical assessment that enabled successful special operations under extremely complex conditions and threat environments. Each contribution demonstrated value of experimental special operations research applied to practical personnel situations that affected operational security and assignment protection throughout naval installations and advanced military programs. The personnel assessment protocols that Santos had developed became standard reference for advanced operational defense throughout naval special warfare operations, illustrating importance of maintaining institutional expertise in experimental personnel technology and value of personnel with specialized special operations backgrounds. Santos's story influenced personnel utilization policies that emphasized identifying and maintaining access to personnel expertise throughout naval organizations and special warfare programs. 8 months after the operational personnel response, Food Service Specialist Santos received promotion and assignment as Senior Operational Analyst for experimental personnel covering multiple naval installations and special warfare facilities. Her advancement reflected institutional recognition that exceptional analytical capabilities and special operations experience required appropriate recognition and opportunities for expanded responsibility throughout naval special warfare operations and advanced military programs. Her progression from cover duties to specialized operational activities demonstrated the Navy's capacity for recognizing and developing specialized talent when circumstances revealed capabilities and personnel requirements demanded specific expertise and advanced analytical capabilities. The transformation also reflected institutional learning about importance of maintaining personnel with diverse special operations backgrounds and experimental program experience throughout naval installations. Today, Petty Officer First Class Santos leads the Advanced Personnel Analysis Division, overseeing experimental operational assessment and personnel coordination that supports naval installations throughout North America and global special warfare operations. Her team of personnel specialists continues to advance operational detection capabilities and analytical methodologies that protect American technology from increasingly sophisticated personnel threats and assignment challenges throughout naval special warfare programs. Her leadership position represents culmination of career that experienced special operations program compartmentalization and evolved into directing critical operational activities that support the most sensitive personnel protection missions throughout naval installations. The trajectory demonstrated how specialized personnel research talent and experimental knowledge could transform both individual careers and institutional capabilities for advanced operational defense throughout naval special warfare operations. The organization she directs has become model for integrating experimental special operations expertise with operational personnel requirements, attracting top talent from personnel research institutions and operational contractors throughout naval special warfare programs. Her success has inspired similar programs throughout Naval Special Warfare Command that seek to identify and utilize personnel with combined personnel research and operational expertise throughout advanced military installations. The specialist they had assumed was just serving coffee had become the analytical backbone for advanced special operations, proving that extraordinary personnel experience often exists within individuals whose specialized backgrounds remain hidden by cover assignments and compartmentalized operations. Sometimes the most critical capabilities come from personnel whose experimental special operations knowledge has been channeled into protective service for their country, and institutional effectiveness often depends on recognizing personnel talent regardless of its apparent assignment or operational history throughout naval installations. Her story continues to inspire operational analysts and special operations personnel who understand that experimental personnel knowledge creates unique capabilities for protecting American operational security, demonstrating that specialized talent will find purpose when given appropriate opportunities to contribute to meaningful special operations missions and personnel security activities throughout naval special warfare operations and advanced military programs.